Welcome. This is our first video lecture. We're going to play it in the class, or it can also be seen, of course, on the web. But what we're going to be covering tonight is basically the celestial sphere. So we'll start at the top, Cornell notes. This would be lecture. Celestial sphere. The name and number, the name and class period and all that you can put yourself. The essential question will be, how does the sky appear to move as Earth rotates? It is one of the questions in chapter 2 in your book, but we're going to be covering a little bit more also in depth celestial sphere. So try to keep the lectures relatively short. So one comment in general is that the night sky really affords us a link to our ancestors, to our past. So as a comment, the night sky affords us a link to our past. It's important because the night sky has been observed for so many years that we have learned a lot about it from that. So the other thing is about that is night sky has not changed. You have the ability, of course, doing these notes to be able to stop them at any time, etc. So we'll start with the celestial sphere first, the concept of what is the celestial sphere. So celestial sphere. And if you take a look at yourself standing, and again, I'm going to draw a little stick figure here for representing us. If you take a look at the sphere, you basically have a horizon that goes around you, like that. And behind you is a circle. You can look all around you if you were in the middle. That doesn't look like it's quite in the middle, but you get the idea. There is a sphere that surrounds us. You can think about it as a dome that surrounds us. You can do a much better job than I'm doing here on the drawing, but you get the idea. So if we were looking at in that direction, say for example that might be north, and if we were looking in that direction, it would be south, the opposite, and then this would be east, and in the background will be west, right? You understand that? Basically, you're looking at it in that way, our coordinate points. Now, the point directly above us on the sphere at the top is called the zenith. Okay, and the stars in that dome, if you will, would basically be scattered around the dome, as if stuck on this bubble on this sphere, if you will. It would look something like that. Now, the thing that you need to understand is that stars are really scattered through space. Are really scattered through space. Okay. Stars are really scattered through space. So if you take a look at, in this case I'm going to try to do a little bit better drawing. If you take a look at the Earth, okay, if you take a look at the Earth like that, and there's our land, North America, South America, etc. Our oceans are right here. And you know, we have a 23.5 degree tilt. So I'm going to go ahead and show the tilt in this fashion by pointing to the North Star, if you will, like that. But this sphere that seems to surround the Earth, I'm going to go ahead and draw like that, is actually a sphere of the night sky that seems to surround our Earth. Again, use pencils, do a careful drawing of it. But you see the Earth, and then this sphere is our celestial sphere. It would look something like that. Here's clean it up a little bit. Okay. Now, you have the Earth, and you have basically at that intersect where you see that star, I'm going to put a little asterisk on a little circle. You could see some other stars here on the circle, like that, and like that. To us, they look like, in fact, they are attached to that sphere. Okay, so, but the point that I want you to realize is that those stars could be at different distances from the Earth. So I'm going to illustrate that. I'm going to use a purple to illustrate from the Earth. As we look at that star, it looks like it stops right there, but in fact that star might be much further out. Right? Somewhere the star might actually be further in space like this, and that illustrates that concept where we see this as if it was stuck into the sphere, but they could be very, very distant. Even the North Star here, it's obviously not near the top of the sphere. It is very, very distant. In a similar fashion, on these others, same way, and they have different distances that they could be at. As long as you understand that concept, that the stars are not attached, then you should be okay. So what we want to say here is, well, let me put this other line a little in purple as well, giving you a chance to catch up as well. Okay, so you see that. So they appear to lie the stars appear to lie on the celestial sphere, but distances are varied. Distances are varied. Okay, so I'll stop right there, giving you a chance to catch up, and we'll continue on the next segment.